Hey Helldivers, welcome back to another combat-oriented weapon review. Today we're doing the Torture, as recommended by a viewer, again, the same one as last time. I'd like to address my last video of the JAR-5 Dominator. I hadn't properly done my research on it and kind of just hopped into the game and started using it. The JAR-5 Dominator uses jet-propelled rounds. This means that the rounds can go really, really far and still do a bunch of damage to it. This gun is high damage per shot. It's great for taking out medium enemies and great for those with weak spots. The rounds can cause a strong stagger effect useful for interrupting big enemies, and if you aim well, it can do a serious amount of damage to any. The issue with this weapon is its low fire rate and its bad crowd clearing capabilities. But if you find it in another scenario where you are with teammates and you need to shoot enemies at a medium long distance and you've got medium armor enemies and all your other teammates only have P19 redeemers for some reason, this would be a good gun to use. Thank you James7140 for making this comment and bringing this to light. Starting the Torture review off with the automatons, this weapon has 100 ammo. I'm not quite sure on the depletion of ammo for however long you use it, but I know that it's really effective against Striders. Yes, it actually surprised me for a second how fast that Torture was able to take down that Strider. Then again, all fire weapons kind of got a little bit of a buff in the newest patch, and all these specs viable to change over time as Helldivers grows. This weapon excels especially at crowd clearing, as you'll see in the Illuminate. It is a very capable gun of taking out a lot of enemies very quickly and being able to put a barrier between you and the enemies. Devastator over here, and again, this gun really excels at number one, lighting yourself on fire, and number two, killing almost every enemy, because the fire goes straight through any armor and it starts killing it directly. Moving on to the Illuminate, we've got this little encampment over here of the SAM site. I'm getting these voteless to crowd into a little spot so I can shoot them all at the same time. I wouldn't recommend diving and aiming down your legs with this thing, because I feel like that's where I've been lit on fire a lot of times. Just by the line of fire going just over my toe and lighting me on fire. As you can see here, the voteless don't have a chance to get to me before they're lit on fire and killed, which I feel is a very good use of this weapon. And this Overseer here dies very, very, very quickly. Actually stunned me, as you can see. I'm shocked. I went around to the side here where this voteless is coming down the stairs, and I put a fire patch there. Now there's another voteless coming down those stairs and is about to walk into it and will die in the exact same spot. That's where I realized that the power of this weapon is actually to make a barrier between you and the enemies, so you have space in order to combat a lot of them. Moving on to its crowd clearing, I've got a lot of voteless here, and just by spreading down a little bit of fire, a bunch of voteless die just at that spot. The ones up at the front that keep pushing on, they die in the next line that I put. It's a very effective weapon against crowd clearing. The only issue with this weapon I found is it only has 15 meters of range. Moving on to the Terminators with this Brood Commander here, absolutely torched alive, burnt to a crisp. Shockingly fast, gets a little nod of approval. Yeah, that was sick. Another downside of this weapon is it has absolutely no concussive abilities at all, as you're just literally spurting hot air at enemies. So, when you're trying to shoot enemies in midair, like this Hunter that's over here right now, trying to shoot, not that one, sorry, that one. Trying to shoot them in midair doesn't really help, and they kind of just go to you anyways. Going back to these warriors here, I put down a patch of fire down here, and they all get lit on fire immediately, and they're just burning up, burning up, burning up. But yeah, that's basically it. This gun is really good for crowd clearing and good for singling out enemies. Don't go into the fire. And I really recommend this weapon if you're using fire armor, as it gives you that little bit of an extra resistance against the fire, because you're most likely going to accidentally light yourself on fire. No shame with that. It's a flamethrower. Everyone lights on fire. Comment what weapon you think I should review, and I'll see you in the next video.